all right, is playing itself out in a very real kind of way. All right, it's playing itself out in a very real kind of way. So what I would implore people to do is just try to take a deep breath. All right. Take a deep breath. And let's just start piecing together some of the facts. All right. So just from the outstart, you hear the news broadcast, and then from the news broadcast, all right, you hear that it's a terrorist attack just from the rip. Because obviously they knew something that we don't know. All of a sudden now it's a terrorist attack. All right. So they said that from the rip. It's a terrorist attack. Okay. They said the gentleman rented a truck after driving, arriving in Louisiana, in New Orleans, rented a truck, and all of a sudden now he shows up. Now, the information that came out that he was on a bicycle. I'm sure you guys saw that footage, where he was driving around filming the route that he was going to take to pull off whatever he had in mind that he wanted to pull off. All right? Okay. So now they're showing you, he's on a bike and he's driving around mapping it out. He rents a truck and then he shows up to pull off whatever he wanted to pull off. So then basically the story goes like this. They said he pulled up and pulled around the barricades, drove up on the sidewalk, on the streets and whatever, ran over some people, all right, got fired upon, jumped out with his AR-15 and handgun, started firing on people, and the cops took him out. All right. Now, all of a sudden, in an instant, an hour later, he's ISIS. It's a terrorist attack. He had explosives. He had very sophisticated explosives, and this is what we're hearing. So they're feeding this to us. He didn't act alone. They're investigating this, and he didn't act alone. He didn't act alone. He didn't act alone. This is what we're hearing. All right. A day later, 2 days later, a day later, 2 days later, there was a film crew that went into this man's apartment filming. All right. And what kind of investigating you doing if you're trying to determine whether or not if this particular individual didn't act alone? What kind of investigating are you doing that you are allowing a film crew to tamper and not only tamper with a crime scene, but taint a crime scene? If he was such a terrorist and there's other people involved according to you, why are you letting an unknown film crew come and messing with the crime scene, take the crime scene? To me, family, this got psychological operations written all over it. And like I said earlier, if you haven't studied MK Ultra, MK Delta, and some of the other psychological operations that went on in the United States of America, testing certain drugs, LSD and other drugs, not only on Army and military personnel, but civilians. All right, you need to. All right, D. Dawkins 19, the counterintelligence, not the counterintelligence, but CIA is not allowed to operate in the United States. This looks like them other alphabet boys. All right, MK Ultra is real. Thank you, Jade. MK Ultra is real. And like I said a few minutes ago, if you need the information, all right, the research and the resource information that I have, make sure you take my email address down and or my phone number. Hit me up, text me. I'll send you a link to where you can email me and get the information. But you have to read and study this thing for yourself if you're going to understand this. And the reason why I implore you to do this is because this is only the beginning. Now, for a few minutes, I did wear my conspiratorial hat. I did put on a conspiracy theory hat, not this one. This is my being up in the Pacific Northwest area, trying to keep my head warm up here in the cold. So real quick, let me go over the profile of the other gentleman, this Tesla Cybertruck terrorist, all right, who was Caucasian, and the gentleman in New Orleans is black, all right, and immediately I started doing the comparison, and I started saying, is this a coincidence? Or so we started lining the two up, and we started checking some things off. Both military, both probably under MK Ultra or some kind of mind control psychological operation. Both coming out of Fort Bragg or coming through Fort Bragg. Both were divorced, having marital issues and that kind of thing. Both rented trucks. It almost seemed like both of them were following a script, all right? A PSYOPS script, all right? Now, this is just Professor Griff putting on a conspiratorial hat, all right? But let me adjust the conspiratorial hat, and let me say it like this. There were drones flying over certain areas in the United States, all right? Mainly over New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania, all right? That got swept under the rug because we had all the flying saucer people and the UFO people come out making assertions, and some people were actually factual about what they were saying. Okay? All right. Now, I had third-hand information about certain radioactive material that came up missing. In order to locate this particular radioactive material, I dare not say what it is, you fill in the blank. The average local police department are not equipped to do that kind of search. Follow me now. Y'all got to read between the lines of what I'm saying, all right? Because I don't want them to shut the channel down. The only way they can find this particular material is either with land drones, that's on the land, or air drones. All right, this is why it took them so long to explain to you what was going on and why there were so many sightings of drones over a particular area. Now, this is just Professor Griff on some conspiracy type stuff. All right, but I'm studying and I'm putting things together now. This is prior to the New Orleans thing and the Las Vegas thing happening. All right, and then prior to that, you had the incident with the 3 assassination attempts on Donald Trump, one of which they kept extremely quiet. So what we're seeing now, we're seeing individuals climbing on roofs, hiding in bushes with firearms, taking a shot at Donald Trump. All right? All of a sudden, there's something coming back out of China. The wind is blowing this way, and it's going to blow everything this way to the point where we got to start wearing masks again. Everything to thwart this idea of this gentleman, individual, getting into office because certain things might happen when he does. X amount of people are being pardoned. This is just Professor Griff on some conspiratorial shit. Excuse my language. Certain people are let out of jail. Do me a favor, fam. And I'm not saying this trying to sound all spooky and deep and, you know, like I know something that you don't probably know, but yeah, whatever. Let's get a list of the people that were pardoned. Put that next to the list of the individuals that they were investigating in these 2 incidents. Connect the dots between those individuals and the individual on the roof and the one in the bushes. All right? And who got fired, who lost their job, and who was held accountable for securing the now president-elect Donald J. Trump. All right? So obviously something is going on with the deep state. All right, listen, family, if you haven't researched this, I implore you to research this. Whatever tools you have at your fingertips, research this and start connecting the dots. Did they find this radioactive material with the drones? Because now the story seemed to have went away. Right? Okay, now let's look at this other gentleman. Rented a vehicle, drove thousands of miles, got an electric blast, gas back up, continued his journey, ended up there in Vegas. You saw him doing the same kind of surveillance, same script, drove around, mapped out his thing, whatever. Had some explosives and had everything in the truck with him because he was going to pull off what he attempted to pull off. All right now. Blast goes off. Boom. All right. Everything gets destroyed. This gentleman ends up with a bullet to the dome. So we can't get any information from him, but he ends up with a bullet in the head. Blast goes up, and y'all saw the blast, or one of them. You only saw it from one angle. All right. Inside of the inside of the car kind of blew up. And with a blast like that, you would think it destroyed everything. Am I correct? Follow me now. Talk to me in the comments. Y'all talk to me. Why was the ID intact, passport intact, the Army ID intact, wallet was intact, everything they would need to identify who this particular gentleman was intact, damn near in his back pocket or on the front seat next to him? Tell me, how does that work? Now, this is just Professor Grip on some conspiratorial stuff. All right? I'm not saying believe me. I'm saying doing the research like I did the research. All right? So I'm saying to you now, all of a sudden now, after one day, all right, they don't take the film crew to the white boy's house and go look around, snooping around with dresser drawers and all this kind of stuff. But the brother, they actually take a 500-mile trip to this man's apartment, and they're going room by room. If this makes sense to you, I got a goddamn bridge I want to sell y'all. And if y'all want to buy this bridge that I'm selling, give me a call at 678-557-2919. Family, what you are witnessing and what you're seeing right now is a psychological operation, a PSYOPS. For those of y'all who don't know the terminology, look up psychological operation, PSYOPS, all right? Where was the bullet wound on the so-called terrorist in New Orleans? The brother, the black guy, the guy from ISIS. Matter of fact, let's pause right here. Who invented ISIS? Thank you very much. Who said that? The same way the papers didn't Gene, Aurea, same way the papers didn't burn up on 9/11. Easy, 7700. Thank you very much. Who invented ISIS? Thank you, Divine. Let's understand this dynamic. Now, I keep telling y'all we have to understand there's certain different degrees in what we're dealing with. All right? We have to understand to what degree of this madness that we're dealing with, that we can unravel this, simply because if you, the masses of the people, are the target, and these are the incidences that they're using, then who's truly under the PSYOPS? Is it these individuals or us? This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Peace, Miss Moore. Let's understand how this thing is playing out, family. You are going to be pulled into the PSYOPS. You're going to be pulled into the operation. The ultimate target is you, fam. All right? These particular individuals were used. I'm saying to you, if you go down the same rabbit hole that I went down to figure out what's the similarities, listen, hold on for a second. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me stop this music. Let me go here. Let me see.
This morning, we're learning more information about who officials say the driver was in the Las Vegas Cybertruck explosion outside Trump International Hotel, as it's still being investigated as a possible terror attack. Right now, more questions than answers as several connections begin to surface between the explosion and the New Orleans terrorist attack on New Year's Day. Authorities say they are confident the driver is the man you see right here on the left-hand portion of your screen, 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger, who was badly burned. He was stationed at the same military base, Fort Bragg, as the New Orleans attacker, Shamsa Dean Jabbar, the man on the right-hand portion of your screen. There has not yet been DNA confirmation of Livelsberger, but officials say they are confident it's him after identifying his tattoos. He was an active-duty U.S. Army Green Beret and served multiple tours in Afghanistan since the 2000s. Another strange coincidence is both use the same car rental app, it's called Turo, to get their vehicles. Now, the FBI said there is no definitive link between the two, but given these odd similarities, possible connections are still being looked into. But Livelsberger's motive to rent the Cybertruck from Colorado, then drive to Vegas, then in a matter of 15 to 20 seconds park in front of Trump International and shoot himself in the head before the vehicle exploded, it remains a mystery. Officials are still working to figure out how the explosion was triggered. Fireworks and fuel canisters were recovered from the trunk, and Livelsberger's family members speaking out is just raising even more questions. His uncle spoke to The Independent saying he is, quote, like a Rambo type, for a lack of a better word. Okay. He used to have all patriotic stuff on Facebook. He was 100% loving the country. He loved Trump, and he was always a very, very patriotic soldier, a patriotic American. It's one of the reasons he was in special forces for so many years. His uncle continued saying that Matt was a very skilled warrior. If it was him, and if he did in fact do this, he would have been able to make a more sophisticated explosive. He is what you might call a super soldier. He could have fashioned a bomb that would have obliterated half that hotel if he seriously wanted to hurt others. So you can see why this case is really confusing here. CBS News reports his father spoke with him last on Christmas Day and said all seemed normal, echoing what his uncle said, that he loved America.
Oh. Super soldier. Where have we heard that language? This whole G.I. Joe type. Where have we heard this language? Super soldier. All right. There's movies that are out, that's been out. You understand what I'm saying? And they give you an idea and a peep into who these super soldiers are. You understand? And how they operate. Uncle bragging on him. He said if he wanted to take out the whole building, he could. You understand what I'm saying? And they're saying if it was him and if he did it. That's why I said, family, a little bit earlier, we have to see who was pardoned. We got to get a list of these people and compare it to other lists, because they're saying it might not even be him. They saying first they say they have the ID, they know it's him. Now they're saying we just kind of figured out the tattoos, and now we know it's him, and all of this kind of madness. It's like, wow. Okay. Hold on for a second. Let me show you something else. I did a little bit of research. Like I said, if y'all want any of the information that I have on psychological operations, mind control, MK Ultra, MK Delta, if you want that information, please hit your brother, Professor Griff, up. Please donate. All right, let me put the ticker tape under the, this is where you guys can donate. You'll see the Cash App under the screen, $ Professor Griff, and or text me if y'all want the information, all right, on psychological operation. I mean, it's something to study. But anyway, hold on. All right. It says Las Vegas and New Orleans attackers had strange similarities, but no connection to establish the fact that they were working with each other or following a script. None of that information they wanted to provide to us. I was like, oh, okay. So you know what that told me? Do your own research, Griff. Well, I'm trying to show people on IG over here what I'm kind of looking at. All right, hold on. Okay. I'm trying to give people on IG a sample so they can read it too. All right. So this is what we're talking about. The Las Vegas and New Orleans attackers, all right, has strange similarities but no connection, established authorities say. The FBI has said investigators believe the New Orleans assailant, now he's an assailant. 2 minutes ago, literally 2 minutes ago, he was a terrorist. All of a sudden now, he's an assailant. Boy, these people know how to do it, man. All right. It basically says there was a link between them. They don't think so. Yada yada yada. So when I started looking at the two individuals, I dove into my conspiratorial bag, and then I also dove into my does this has a racial over or undertone to it? So I started looking at all of it. As authorities in Nevada and Louisiana continue their investigation into the respective New Year's Day attacks, questions remain about the attackers, as the FBI said there's no definitive link between the events. And for a day and a half, you've been calling one a terrorist and one just the Tesla cyber truck blast. What is it that you're saying? But more so than that, what is it that you're not saying? All right. We need to look into the nationality and the origin of these names. Shamsud Din Jabbar and Leibelsberger. Jabbar and Leibelsberger. I am telling you, family, like with the gentleman, what is his name? Luigi Mangione. Something is not adding up, fam. Something is just not adding up. I'm still looking at this Luigi situation in New York. So how convenient that you find the same backpack with the Monopoly money in it, supposedly. How convenient that he ends up at McDonald's. How convenient that you have all this information that he left a Starbucks cup or something with his fingerprints on it. How convenient he did this right up under a camera, a high-tech camera, right in front of the building. How convenient that Luigi Mangione knew exactly where this guy was going to be, as though someone called him and said, okay, he's on the move. How convenient, family. If this don't raise a red flag and it's not going off in your head right now, there's a serious issue. But in any event, I'm going to take the invite. I'm going to put the invite. Hold on. I'm going to put the invite so I can bring a few people on if y'all want to discuss it. If not, I'll finish breaking this thing down. All right. So if you're over here on YouTube, Facebook, you can come on and if you have any questions or give me your take on it. But let me finish. So I went back into my files and I started looking up MK Ultra. All right. I pulled up MK Ultra. I pulled out my files on the MK Ultra. And I said, wait a minute. Oh, before I dive into that, fam, before this thing gets too thick, this Sunday, I need y'all to sign up for the preparedness class. We have to be able to put our black packs together. We have to be able to know what to store, what hardware to get. We have to kind of know what's coming down the pipe so we could dive into a class in a more private setting, all right, so we can give you at least 3 lists of the things you should be stocking up in your home right now. So when this thing go down, it's not a case of if. When this thing go down, you'll be ready. You have to be able to survive at least a week in your home without leaving your home. You have to have somebody in your home that knows first aid, CPR, stop the bleed. All right. All right, we have to know some kind of self-defense. You have to know what hardware to get in order to defend yourself, because people are going, when the stuff go down, when the ish hit the fan, they're going to come looking for food. All right. And who's to say that they're not going to come to your house? All right. I need you to get into the preparedness class. Take my phone number down. Get a pen real quick. My phone number is 678-557-2919. Send me a text message and I will send you the link on where you can register for the class this Sunday, fam. This Sunday. All right. This Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The class is not going to be much, probably about between $25 and $30. Not much. I'm not hitting nobody over the head for hundreds of dollars for you to be in the class. All right, we're online, so we can bring the price down. If I was showing up in person and I gotta, do some things to get there and all that kind of stuff and get a hotel and get a flight, it'd be a different story. But nah, fam. And beware those individuals that's giving these classes that are hundreds of dollars online. All right. Okay. I'm preparing a packet, a folder to send out to everyone with the class. So you'll have enough information that you'll need, and you'll have all the lists that we're going to go over at your fingertips for you to go out and find some of this stuff online and try to get deals. All right. I'll even put in there where you can get some of these things from, depending upon where you're at. Because trust me, fam, when the stuff go down, don't decide right then and there you're going to go to Walmart or Target to get something, because all that stuff going to be gone. Anyway, let's dive back into this subject matter. Hit me up if you want to take the class. All right. My number's on the screen, 678-557-2919. Mike Dub C, I saw that. I saw where one of the reporters went into the house, active crime scene, and they just was walking through the house kind of doing whatever. Yeah, this is the bed that he slept in, and this is the desk where he did his homework, and this is the refrigerator that he ate out of. Come on, fam. 1-2 days after this thing went down, they're already in the man's house, contaminating a crime scene. Come on. Come on. Stop that. Hold on, fam. All right, some people are hitting me up already. I like to get into your class. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. I'm gonna send out an email. I need everyone to email me. They want to get in the class. It's very, very important. All right. Oh, it was a staged crime scene. Okay. Easy 7700 said it was a staged crime scene. You're right, Gene. Food, clothing, and shelter, and self-defense. Let me tell y'all something. If this is not a wake-up call for you to at least get in my class or somebody's class and get some training, or to come together for you to do something to learn, get you a backup unit, a plan B, and a plan C. All right. I don't know what y'all thinking. Are they having, somebody said, well, my church is going to hold a meeting to see whether or not yeah, okay. I wouldn't rely on the church people. I just wouldn't. I've asked several times, can I have the meeting at the church? And it's like, no. Do you belong to the church? I'm like, no. I'm like, okay. All right, Agent 2020, talk to me. What's good with you?
What's good, Griff? Yeah, I was kind of suspicious about.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying it did seem kind of strange. It did seem kind of strange to me that they had all of this information.
Yo, you keep going out, man. I don't know what's happening with your phone. I'm waiting for you to make a complete sentence.
Yeah, I'm at work. My signal might be kind of messed up. I'll go ahead on it. I'll go ahead on the stop right now and let somebody else come on.
Okay, so basically you was trying to say that you kind of found it strange that
All right, peace.
peace. I was trying to help the brother complete that sentence, but I understood where he was going with it. All right. D. Wilson, peace. What's good with you? Said turn your volume down. Oh, okay. All right. I put the link if you want to come on. I put the link in the chat. We only have a few minutes left on here. You can come on. All right. Peace. Peace. What's good with you? All right. I had to come on at night because during the day I'm working and I'm inside of these public schools, whether it's community college, high school, middle school, whatever, out here in the Pacific Northwest in the Portland area. If you know anybody in Portland, all right, tell them if they want to slide through, tell them hit me up. I'll let them know where we're setting up the museum. They can come on through. But I'm in Portland right now, all right, having to come on at night because I'm 3 hours behind everyone. But I understood what the brother was saying. He said he found it kind of strange. Anyone with knowledge itself would look at this thing and be like, wait, what's going on, man? You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the third thing that went down. Matter of fact, this is number 5. The first shooter that shot at Trump, second shooter hiding in the bushes, Luigi Mangione thing, the fake UFO drone thing that went down, then New Orleans, and then Las Vegas. I'm telling you, it's a psychological operation going on, fam, and you are the target. You're the target. You are the target. All right? Okay. All right, so let's keep it in mind, family, that we have to be able to take this whole concept of security on our own shoulders to secure ourselves mentally, spiritually, psychologically. All right. And definitely we have to kind of survive anything that's going to come our way. We have to get grounded and we have to get centered. All right. We have to get grounded and we have to get centered. Please understand this particular dynamic, fam. All right. Exactly. That's exactly what they're trying to do. The quote unquote lockdown for 2025 is coming. They already have it planned. How many people you already know have gotten sick? I know 4 people right now that are sick. All right. So let's understand this dynamic. It's a psychological operation going down. And I'm telling you all from the rip, if you don't look at what's going down and you think it's going to be someone else, no. The psych trick is being played on the masses of the people. All right. So keep in mind when something happens on the left and they keep pushing terrorists down your throat, then you know it's on. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't studied, go online right now and look up MK Ultra. All right. Look at how the whole idea of the psychological operations started. Look at how the military implemented in drugging the people, whether it's the masses of the people or individuals. I'm not saying I'm saying allegedly that we just can't say the military is doing it. But how did both of these individuals come out of Fort Bragg? All right, here's my brother again. Peace, good bro.
Peace, Griff. Yeah, I was saying it sound kind of strange, that they had all of that information so fast. On top of that, just the day out of all of this stuff. And And then on top of that, you know, like you was talking about with Luigi, he just caught out of McDonald's. You know, he had the gun on him. All these pictures they had of him. It seemed like he either taking a fall for somebody, or like you said
Right.
earlier, you know, somebody gave him some inside information. You know, so they can do whatever they do. But he's a fall guy. I don't think like you said, it's a psyop. It's a psyop. I agree with you 100%.
Right. Of course, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And CC, whoever you are, no one's saying the deaths in New Orleans weren't real. I don't know where you coming off with that madness.
I'm in Indiana. I think, is that what you was you asking me where I was coming from?
No. CC. Someone, I'll put the comment up so you can see it. Someone said the deaths in New Orleans were real. The young black girl from Gulfport, Mississippi, just sad. I'm trying to understand how this person is wording this and why they're wording it the way they're wording it. We already know that they were real. We're not saying that. We're saying the reason that these people were unalived. All right. We're showing the similarities between the guy in Las Vegas and the one in New Orleans. All right. Okay. You said Luigi is with Diddy to keep what? To keep an eye on him? Y'all be coming up with it. For real. For real. I don't know if he's with Diddy or not. I'm just saying. I don't know what they're doing in the jail cell. All right. Yeah, you're right. Sharon Green said real people can die in a fake movie. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like fake people can die in a real life, active, real life crime or attack. Real fake people can die. And fake people often do die. All right. Psychological operations, false flags, order out. I never mentioned false flags, not one time. I never mentioned false flags. So I don't know how that's entering into the conversation. All right. I said PSYOPS. I mentioned MK Ultra and MK Delta. All right. I mentioned Fort Bragg. I mentioned psychological operation. I mentioned the military and their psychological operations institute and program that they have on the Army base. I never mentioned false flag. All right. So in order for you to start talking false flag stuff, you have to be able to prove that stuff. And a lot of people like to use cute, nice sounding trigger words so they can kind of go back over your information and discount you. All right. I never mentioned that one time. I never said false flag. I never said any real people did not die. Never said that. Now, I don't know if these people on here are agents or they just running their mouths. You understand what I'm saying? But anything I say on here, I can send you the information and I can send you the receipts for it. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. I'm saying this because I am warning you and sounding the alarm and warning you that the psychological operation is not those two individuals, all right, that did what they did in New Orleans or Las Vegas. I'm telling you, the psychological operation is being aimed and designed to come get you, the masses of the people. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about this new thing coming from China. I hope I'm wrong about the radioactive stuff that came up missing, the reason why the drones were doing what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, if they're talking about the largest mass deportation of quote unquote illegal aliens in America, you don't think that's another reason why they was testing out drones, land drones and air drones, the new ones, not the old ones, not the one you can get from Best Buy. Come on, fam, don't play that with me. You'll know I'm a little bit deeper than that. Not the one that you got to pull it down and change the 9-volt battery out. No. Not those. Not the ones you can buy with a gift certificate, the one that you got for Christmas that you can get online at Amazon. I ain't talking about those drones. Not talking about those drones. Why would I sit here on here and run the risk of sounding stupid and foolish by telling you to look up the list of all of the people that Biden pardoned already and the rest of the ones that Trump is going to pardon. I'm telling you, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they operated and controlled by the same people. So let's not play the game. All right. Deep state is at the core of this, and the people that's running the deep state is at the core of this. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we can. I'm trying to keep it surface for you, so half of us, including myself, can keep up with what's all the madness that's going on in the news. These people on the live witness news teams, all right, are constantly lying. All right, the bigger the reach, the bigger the damn lie. And I would think 3 times before we start running our mouths with making these statements on people's platforms, because you know they're taking names. All right? All right? Okay. So I'm going to, for the last few minutes, I'm going to put the link back in on YouTube and Facebook if you want to come on and discuss it. If you have any questions that you want to ask, tonight's show is on the masses. It's the psychological operations that are going down right now as we speak. Trust me, fam. I hear it all the time. Well, this just they're using it as a distraction. And then when I ask those individuals, what are they distracting us from? You can't answer me. Answer me. What are they distracting us from? I'm telling you what they're distracting us from. You got to read between the lines of what I'm saying, but I'm telling you straight out. The wind is blowing this way, and it's coming towards us, and the wind is blowing certain kind of dust particles our way, and people are going to start coughing again. All right, go back and get those old masks that you used to wear, the ones that you never got a chance to use that's still left over. They're in the hall closet in the drawer in the bottom. Move some of the other stuff aside. They down there because you got to put them on again. All right. They're distracting us from one world currency. How are they doing that? And we living with the one world. We living in the time of the one world currency. There's certain places that won't even take cash anymore. Everybody got to pay with a card. We've been went over this whole idea of taking an implantable biomicrochip in the skin and all that kind of stuff. That ain't nothing new. You scanning your damn hand over a damn scanner every time you buy something at the supermarket. That ain't new. That's old. We're not distracted by that. Whoever you are, you must not be familiar with what we do here on Serious Minds and on the Masses. This is a very intellectual and intelligent audience that you're dealing with over here. This ain't no, you understand what I'm saying? We've been past that. That's 3rd grade stuff, man. Thank you. At Whole Foods, you can scan your hand. You surprised? I'm not surprised. I've been talking about that for the last 20 years. Come on, y'all killing me right now. Y'all better go back and check my resume. Okay. So once when you get a chance, check this out. The Las Vegas attacker tried to reach out to other platforms. All right. You know, they got those other platforms that all the conspiratorial white guys go to speak on. And if you want some information dealing with some conspiratorial stuff, you got to creep up in there with your fake white name, like Hal or Josh or somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said, Professor Grifter, you got one of the fake white names? Y'all better go over there and get some information because they're not coming to the black community or the black pages or the black channels to come tell you. They're not doing that. I'm telling y'all straight up. And if anybody on here that know me is listening, y'all better go get y'all some white friends. So y'all's white friends are not like my white friends. My white friends will call me, dude, listen, dude, it's going down, bro. Got you. I don't know about y'all's white friends. Y'all got some strange, different kind of white friends. At least my white friends are calling me, putting me up on shit, texting me. You said, what page is that, Reese? Come on, man. You know they on Discord. You know they on Rumble. You know they on the other sites. Stop playing with me. Y'all need to stop playing. Stop playing. You know where they at. You probably over there with them, but you playing with me. Don't come over here playing with me like that. You know where they at. You know where all of these conspiratorial conversations are happening at online. You know it's not going down on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's not where they're having the real conversation at. The real conversation is happening on them other channels. Y'all know it is. Too many black people have white friends that want to be black and don't know anything. Well, a lot of people want to be black until it's time to really be black. Yeah, but we're going to see in a minute, because there's something coming down the pipe that I'm trying to warn y'all about in my own kind of way. I don't want the channel to get shut down, but I'm kind of letting y'all know, look, it's about to happen. That's why it's imperative that you get on the class, this Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a preparedness class. The class is simply entitled When the Shit Hit the Fan, or subtitle When the Grid Goes Down. What you gonna do when the grid go down? You got enough batteries? You got enough light? You got enough candles? All right, you got enough ammo? You got enough tools, hardware tools? You got enough water stocked up? You got enough food? Huh? You got people you can call? You got flashlights? You got something to keep you warm because it's wintertime and the polar vortex is happening? The colder air is starting to come down. It's about to be a frozen winter, especially in Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, and other places. And these are just things I'm rattling off my head. I'm just saying to you, I'm asking you all these questions. Answer them in your own head. You ain't got to answer me. I'm just saying. This is why you need to be in the class. My phone number is 678-557-2919. If you do not have an idea of what's going on with the psychological operations, now is the time for you to be writing my phone number down saying, yo, Griff, I need the psychological, the PSYOPS information. I need MK Ultra, MK Delta. I need to know what's going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if it's going down, I want to be awake and aware and how it's going to go down. At least I could begin to have the first step in the upper hand on how am I going to defend myself against this madness. Some of y'all know, but it's sad, man. Some of y'all don't even want to know. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather take the position of knowing. I'd rather say, you know something, Griff, here's that little couple of food stamps you need. I'm in the class. Let me check out what you got to say. How many lists do you have that I need them lists, Griff? All right, send me a PDF or something. Give me those lists because I need to start stocking up on this. I need to be able to stay sheltered in place in my home. All right, guard and protecting my family for at least a week. All right, because the streets are going to get crazy. You understand what I'm saying? All right, Brian, you're absolutely correct, but I can't say that on the air. All right, because if I say that, they're going to shut the channel down. But y'all already know what I'm talking about. All right? And all of y'all that have a little bit of chump change and have money, you're not going to shop and consume your way out of this one. All right? Yeah. I don't care what your Black Friday sale you caught. But yeah, what you should have been doing on Black Friday is taking advantage of them sales at places like Dick's and them other sporting good places so you can get the proper things that you need that you need to survive. Solar panel generator. Because there's going to be no electricity. You're not going to be able to go to the ATM machine to get money. What you going to do? What are you going to do when the grid go down? It's a question you need to be asking yourself. There's going to be no food. Only place going to be open is goddamn Waffle House because they never close. But I'm saying to you, how many of y'all going to go to the Waffle House? Vegans, talk to me. Where you going to go eat when the grid go down? Huh? Somebody name me them 5 hardware tools that every household needs. And then if you have them, have you been trained to use them? PSYOPS is to cause mass hysteria to take more control of the so-called freedoms we have. This is exactly what is going down right now. Dr. Vegan, you said you got beans and rice? Got you. Stack up on those black beans. Do you talking to the vegans? Okay. Some of us use wood. Some of us don't have fireplaces, Gene. All right. That may apply to some people. All right. It may not apply to all. All right. All right. I'd say pay a little now so you don't pay a lot later on. That's how I look at it. You're right, Gregory Calloway, freeze some dry goods so you'll have something to eat later on. All right. Walnuts, pine nuts, wheatgrass. All right. How you going to stay warm? Y'all got extra blankets? You got navy beans? You got navy beans, you said? Assalamu alaikum, bro. You got navy beans? That's good. All right. Someone said you just going to stay in the house and believe in Jesus. Good luck with that. All right. Yeah, wait for Jesus to bring you some supplies and some ammo. All right. And some wood and some navy beans. Got you. Got you. I'm not questioning your belief, but I'm just saying good luck with that. You said you got ramen noodles. How you going to warm them up? All right. Works without faith is dead. Faith without works is dead. However you want to pronounce it. Yeah. A lot of us going to be unalive in a minute if you don't get some kind of plan on what you're going to do, because no stores are going to be open. Let me tell you something. Within the first 3 hours, Walmart, super centers, Target, all that stuff is going to be looted. And guess who's going to get the majority of the goods? Those that got firearms riding around in trucks with their crew. This last call I'm bringing on. Peace, peace, peace. What's good?
Hey, what's going on, Professor Griff? This Christopher. I spoke to you last time over the holidays.
I got you, Chris. What's good with you, bro?
Nothing much. Just checking in. I remember last time I spoke to you over the phone, I was telling you I had been in the military and seen a bunch of stuff that people won't understand. So the people listening to you that don't believe you and don't understand that the military is basically basically like the puppet for the government. It's just so much that people are missing out. Like, people don't really understand. They think that, and I gotta word this carefully.
Yeah.
People don't understand that the technology that's being used against them, the people in the military, they're the ones testing it out. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of the reason why you're not allowed to go nowhere near Area 51. You get what I'm saying? Like, I drive trucks, and it's a lot of places in the country you're not allowed to get nowhere near. Now, if this is our land, if we pay taxes and there's nothing going on here, why are we not allowed within, like, thousands of feet of certain bases? You get what I'm saying? Everything is shrouded in mystery.
Right, right. Why you got to get a permit and a license to fly drones over certain areas?
Correct. Why are we not allowed to go to the Grand Canyon? Just a bunch of stuff. But I was gonna ask you, how did you feel about with the Central Park situation? I mean, with the CEO situation, they said they found a backpack full of Monopoly money. Now, personally, to me, I feel like whoever tricked him into doing it, he was supposed to go back and retrieve his money. And when he got there, he realized it was fake money and left it behind.
Yeah, I talked about that. I tried to put that out there. I got called crazy. It was said about me that I'm reaching. You understand what I'm saying? I said,
Yes,
then
sir.
why else would they find a backpack with Monopoly money? The man was
Right.
too intelligent to do some of the stupid things that they said he did.
Come on, man.
It's like me
And
committing a crime, and I leave the bottled water that I've been touching all day. I leave this behind with
right,
DNA, fingerprints, whatever.
right.
Come
And
on,
and one more thing I was gonna say before I leave, and again, this is something else I got to word differently, but I would say people need to understand that these so-called drone things it's not gonna benefit us. And I'm gonna word it differently, like I said, so I don't have nothing going on with your channel. But like, for example, these drones, they're not gonna be hunting down rabbits. You get where I'm going? They're not gonna be hunting down the wildlife. They're gonna be hunting down something different. So right now, people need to be listening to you, paying attention, because it's gonna become a time where, like, real people, when I say real people, I mean people that have the spirit from the Most High, like the people that's really on the good side. There's gonna be a time where it's gonna go down, and we're gonna have to figure out, what side are we really playing on. And before all that happens, we're gonna go through all of this that we're going through now. You get what I'm saying? So it's different battles going on, but this will be, you get what I'm saying, like the last battle. Like it's been talked about time and time again over lifetimes, and we're witnessing it now, but we're witnessing the beginning of it. So now things seem strange, but you got to look at what's always been spoken of. Like, we always knew it was going to be a battle. We know it's good versus evil, and we know we all struggle within ourselves, but it's getting to that point where you're going to figure out who's really on your side.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm anti this, anti that. I ain't trying to get your channel hit, but I promise you, these drones are not going to be looking for fish. They're not going to be looking for bears. They're not going to be looking for mountain lions. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be looking for something else. Like I said, I'm not going to say it, but people need to understand, like, at the end of the day, like you were speaking on hardware earlier, people need to be getting their hardware, and people need to be figuring out, because when they go down, instead of us turning on each other over food, we really supposed to be uniting.
Exactly.
And becoming that village of powerful warriors that we've already been. You get what I'm saying? None of that Crips and Blood crap. None of that, you know what I'm saying, pimps and hoes, none of that. You get what I'm saying? So in these ends of times, to find out who we really are, we got to stick together.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So yes, sir. So I sent you a text earlier, but yeah, if you can send me that information about that class you having Sunday, I'm gonna get with it.
Oh, I got you. I really appreciate you, man. I got you.
I appreciate you, Professor.
Appreciate you. All right, Chris. Peace, bro. All right. That's one of the brothers I met recently. We've been in touch. I've been sending them information. All right. The brothers on the road and brothers that are truck drivers, ladies, women that are truck drivers, they need to hear this information. They're not stationary. All right. They get out in the mountains and some of them back roads. Only thing you can get is the country stations. They start singing Dolly Parton songs and shit. So what I try to do is stay in touch with the brothers and sisters, let them know you need to be listening to something else. Brother told me he was listening to fucking Waylon Jennings or some shit. I don't know. Country artist. I don't know. But anyway, it's lonely out there in them truck driver streets, man. For real. Anyway, fam, the class is this Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you'll email me, seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Serious, SIRIUSMINDZ, info@gmail.com. seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com, and or text me 678-557-2919. I will send you the information for the class that's coming up. Like I said, the class is not expensive. Pay for the class, get in, fam, and let's go make some things happen so we can educate ourselves and pass the information forward. All right. I'm on assignment. I'm out here in the Pacific Northwest. I can't come on during the day anymore for probably the next month or so. And but definitely I'm with y'all in the evenings, fam. All right. This is your brother, Professor Griff, signing out, man. Shout out to Kalanji. Shout out to Quan. Shout out to my good brother and sister Johnny Taylor and Little Goddess. All right, for the information. Really appreciate that. And shout out to each and every one of y'all for supporting the channel, supporting the platform, and supporting your brother, Professor Griff. Listen out for the Soul Om. We got some music coming your way. All right. And this is Professor Griff, and I love y'all to life. Y'all already know that, fam. Let's make it happen. If y'all need the information for the class, text me 678-557-2919. Professor Griff, love y'all to life. Peace, fam. I got to get out of here. Peace.
Peace, fam. This is Professor Griff, Public Enemy. Of course, you know, the Minister of Information. Right now, my entire sound library on CD-ROM are available to you in an auction. Right now, you'll get the Public Enemy sound that made some of them songs that you love, the hard-hitting beats. We got kicks, we got snares, we got hi-hats, we got beats, we got loops, we got breaks, we got keyboard sounds, guitar sounds, bass sounds. We got scratching, we got sound effects, we got nature sounds, environmental sounds. We got all kind of sounds from different genres, from jazz to neo-soul to R&B, classic, smooth. These are the beats, breaks, and the sounds that made some of them Public Enemy songs. Get it now. Check this out. Don't make beats, make history. Peace. It's Professor Griff. Hit me up, 678-557-2919. Peace.